Hey guys, what's going on? It's Sam here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the AWS LMG from the Naval Strike DLC. So guys, to unlock this weapon, you're going to need 3 LMG ribbons and 3 vehicle kills with the support class. Just a quickie note, you don't have to get all the kills in one round, which is quite helpful. And you should be able to just unlock it by playing normally as a support. Actually, the way I unlocked it for my final vehicle destroy was to C4 up a buggy and to drive it into a boat. Yeah. So when you first unlock this LMG, you'll notice straight away that it's really accurate, even without any attachments whatsoever. I don't usually play with the bipod, and I didn't for this one, because I heard it was quite a lot like an assault rifle. And yes, it is. It's like the Ace 23, but for the LMG class, not LMG class, the support class. As well as this, it's also got a ridiculously low recoil. I'm not quite sure what the actual statistic is for its recoil, but when you're playing with it, it's just so low. It's so good, so much fun. Everyone should be able to control its recoil. Comparing it against 2 of the most popular LMGs, they are the MG4 and the M249. It's got a slightly lower recoil than them both, which is quite helpful considering it's got a similar damage model and rate of fire to those 2 LMGs. Also, apparently there's a bug where it fires with the assault rifle damage drop-off, which isn't too great, but I'm not too sure what the LMG drop-off is compared to the assault rifle ones. I personally don't really like the M249. I feel when I use it, it feels really inaccurate and weak, but I love the MG4. That was my favourite LMG until the AWS came along. So this LMG is quite a lot like the MG4 and the M249, but it's a lot more accurate, or I don't know if it's a lot more accurate, but it is definitely noticeably more accurate than them both. And also, you'll notice it's only got 100 bullets per belt, or magazine in this case, I think. And the M249 and the MG4 both have 200, but the AWS does have a reload speed half the speed of the MG4 and the M249. So its reload speed isn't actually all that far off of an average assault rifle's reload speed. Its short reload is only 3.5 seconds, which is pretty damn awesome for an LMG. And also, once again, it has the same rate of fire as the Ace 23 does. So essentially, it's like the Ace 23, just with 100 bullets as opposed to 30 or 31 if you class the one in the chamber as well. So as well as being the awesome gun that it is, it also has a pretty cool look to it. It reminds me of the MG36 from BF3, if anyone actually remembers that gun. That's just because I don't actually know if in BF3 it had a dual mag or not, like the drum or whatever it was, the dual drums. But it kind of reminds me of that, with a mix of the MK11 mod, which I don't know where I got that idea from. I don't know, it's just kind of reminds me of it somehow. So there aren't really any downsides to this gun, apart from if you're going to be really picky, its bullet velocity is 580 meters per second, which isn't too bad, but it's lower than the MG4, and it's not really going to affect you unless you're firing at long ranges at moving targets. So one of the first attachments you unlock for this gun is the stubby grip, which is pretty helpful sometimes. On this gun, it doesn't really affect it too much, but for most LMGs it would. And you can also unlock the hollow sight pretty fast as well. On Metro, I was using it for a while with the hollow sight, and it was kind of irritating. I couldn't really see the people as well as I'd like to, because the red reticle in the middle, it was just too bright. I really couldn't see anything. It was so annoying. But on other maps, it seemed to be alright. As you can tell, I don't really use the hollow sight much at all. Also, I'm kind of guessing that you can't get battle packs for this weapon yet, because on battle log, it doesn't actually show up as a weapon, or it doesn't show up at all, actually. Please correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't actually got that far into using it. I don't even think I've got 100 kills with it yet, But anyway, if that is true, it looks like we're going to be stuck without some of the sights and some of the other attachments we can get for a little while until Naval Strike actually graces itself upon us. Also, if for some reason you don't really want to run with a laser sight on it, you could always go for the 2x zoom instead. That could be a replacement for a medium range sight if you wanted to go for one of those. If you didn't want to use that, then there's going to be something else. I can't remember what the other attachments are. I'm quite surprised how many people aren't aware of how good this weapon is and haven't actually unlocked it yet. But when people see how good it is, they're going to grind to unlock it, and it's going to be more of a predominant weapon, much like the Ace-23 is in Battlefield 4. So I've actually only been killed by it, maybe, I think, only twice or something, unless I've been unaware of someone killing me with it. It really isn't a hard LMG to use at all. In a way, this makes it kind of fun to use, because you can just pick it up, and as soon as you've got it in your hands, you can just wreck everyone with it. So when Naval Strike does fully come out, instead of just the weapons being leaked into the game once again, I think it's going to be a lot of people's favourite LMGs, because of all the points I've actually stated in this video. It's just ridiculously easy and fun to use, and yeah, it's just a great gun. So anyway guys, that is it for today's video. If you want to suggest any video ideas, leave them in the comments down below. If you could leave this video with a like, and maybe even subscribe, that'd be awesome. And as always, I shall see you in the next video.